I think if I hear you call me Becky one more time, six-pack, I'm gonna pop your tops. All 6 of them.
Who are you?
Yes, coming to America too. Fuck you too. Need some of this. What the fuck, Eddie? What have you done for me lately? What the fuck, Eddie? God damn it, man. First off, this is a paid request for Devon. Thank you so much. For those that want to send in any requests for pretty much anything, or donations, or you could request a movie, a topic, reaction. It could be anything. Feel free to send it either directly to my PayPal or join my Patreon. Both things are down below in the info box. If not, no worries. If so, thank you. I just would rather just talk about anything else than this movie. In fact, that's why I had to put this up in protest of this movie. Because I love this movie. This is actually my favorite comedy of all time, believe it or not. Golden Child is my personal favorite comedy. Yeah, I'm gonna pal. Go pal his ass when I find him. Go pal your ass when you find you, hear me? I'm gonna roll your ass till it bleeds. This is like a big joint you lit it and smoked it. I think you had 2 of these and you smoked one before you got here. You stopped smoking scrolls. And by the way, you need to put this away or some Rastafari's gonna jump you. Hey bird, do you see a little midget in a tree floating? Was it just me? Hey, your phone ring. Maybe it's Rod Serling. That movie I would rather watch right now. So what is about this film? Because I have reviewed The First Coming to America. It's on the channel. I reviewed quite a few Eddie Murphy films. I like Eddie Murphy. I love 48 Hours. I like the sequel, Another 48 Hours, which has a similar problem to this, where it's too much like the first film. Only at least Another 48 Hours is not as disrespectful to the first, and there's still laughs, as well as some action. This is an action film that you can enjoy. At least there's something to enjoy in the flick Another 48 Hours. I like The Distinguished Gentleman. Metro, I think, is underrated. I like Bullfinger. You know what? I liked Dolomite Is My Name. That came out a year or 2 ago. The same director that directed this, and then the same writers of the first movie wrote this. But when Eddie Murphy, he does Dolomite's My Name. Very entertaining film about the making of the movie Dolomite and Rudy Ray Moore. Entertaining, funny. It's like, wow, Eddie Murphy is back. But I even said, how long is that going to last? And when this news came out, I fucking said it. No one wanted to listen to me. People said I was crazy. People said I was stupid. People said I was being hateful. People said I was just being cynical. A cynical asshole. I kept saying, no, I do not look forward to this film. I do not think it's going to be good for X, Y, and Z reasons. And lo and behold, Like so many fucking sequels that come out so many years later, very rarely do you have one worth a shit. At least in the day of now, in the day of today. More than likely, it becomes a Dumb and Dumber 2, or Bill and Ted fucked the music, or this. Because, yeah, I want to see, and I like Coming to America, but it's actually not one of my favorites. Coming to America is not one of my favorite Eddie Murphy films. 40 Hours, Beverly Hills Cop 1 and 2, Golden Child, Metro, I enjoy those more. I like Coming to America okay. I like it okay, alright. You know, thumb up. I don't love it, though. But even coming from a guy that liked the first film alright, this is such a painfully unfunny, it feels way overlong, it's just a lot of regurgitated upon regurgitated upon regurgitated jokes that are either lazy, boring, unfunny, or almost parody. Sometimes it seems like this wants to be a parody of the first movie. Wesley Snipes plays a character that's in another region, and you know what his region is called? Next Dooria. Because they're next door, so it's called Next Dooria. Next Dooria. And some of his men train in one way by doing Dance Dance fucking Revolution. So literally, Wesley Snipes' men are training because they're doing Dance Dance fucking Revolution. And then, you want to know the plot? It's 30 years later, anniversary. James Earl Jones is very old. It was sad to see. I mean, he's getting up there in age. Great actor. But it's just sad to see him so old. And so he's ready to die. Hey, you don't be the king. You need an heir to the throne. You've had 3 daughters, but you have no son. Oh, wait, but you do have a son. You have a bastard son. How does he have a son? And I'm thinking, well, wait a minute. Why would he fuck around? Well, remember that scene in the first movie where him and Arsenio Hall are meeting all those women? And yeah, like Arsenio Hall and Drad play the girl, I want to tear you apart. Well, during that bit, apparently, they met Leslie Jones from Ghostbusters 2016. Leslie Jones. And Leslie Jones smoked something, breathed it into Eddie Murphy's face, so he's drugged up, gets on top, rides his dick, until the sun don't shine anymore. So, in essence, Leslie Jones date raped Eddie Murphy. And this is played for laughs. Because they see it, and it's not like he just pisses Leslie Jones, like, hey, Leslie Jones, you kind of raped me. No, it's all played as a joke, as a gag, and then he comes to America for like 10 minutes, which is funny. It's called Coming to America, but he's in America 10 fucking minutes. Picks up the son, Leslie Jones, and then the family, well, mainly the other families there, including Tracy Morgan, who is the uncle. Takes the kid, Leslie Jones, they go back to Zamunda. And then a lot of the film is based on the son trying to learn and be taught all the history, the traditions of that area, of that world. It's like someone saw Black Panther and said, you know what, we gotta have some Black Panther in this. So don't have it take place in America, make sure it takes place here. Oh yeah, let me not sidetrack the fact that Eddie Murphy's character fucking date raped. Date raped. That's a part of a Coming to America sequel. And it's just like, just pass on by. It's okay, Wonder Woman raped a fucking guy in Wonder Woman 84. Oh yeah, Chris Pine takes over this innocent guy's body who had no fucking say in it, and Wonder Woman is jumping his fucking pants, his Joneses, his fucking using the goddamn... I'm going all over the place. My brain is shutting down. This is the shit that gets away with. But if it was the other way around, it'd be misogynist, and it'd be written every other fucking paper in the known universe. How dare we sexualize Lola Bunny? But hey, Leslie Jones date raped Eddie Murphy in the first movie. Okay, USA. Yes, fuck you too, movie. And the rest of the movie is not funny. You have a CGI lion fart in one scene. Because the son is supposed to hunt for not really hunt it, but he's supposed to get the whisker, because it's part of a tradition that a prince goes after a lion to get the whiskers. The son sees this guy named Jermaine, I forget the actor's name, Jermaine something. I don't remember his last name, I don't give a shit. Sees a CGI lion, the CGI lion looks at him, lays back down, and goes, I'm not fucking kidding. That's what happens. So, it feels too long. It's unfunny. Painfully unfunny. The actors. John Amos, he appears at the very beginning and at the very end of the film. Wesley Snipes, he comes in a few times as the warlord of the other Nextdoria. He just acts goofy. Does a little bit of dancing. A little bit more goofiness. At the end, there's a fight where Eddie Murphy's 3 daughters beat the shit out of him. And then, pretty much the next time we see him, he's perfectly fine. Apparently the girls talk to him, and now, nah, I don't want to invade your country. Nah, I don't, everything's A-okay, Eddie Murphy. Peace out. Arsenio Hall, there comes to a point where he almost disappears in the film. There are huge chunks where he's not in it at all. And you say maybe you could argue with that in the first movie, but in the second film you would think maybe you could show more of that. No, I swear they show even less of that. And then a lot of this film is just repeated stuff from the first movie. Do you remember this? Do you remember all those jokes about McDowell's being like McDonald's? I mean, at the very beginning, during the anniversary, a McDowell's opens in the area. And they have like Pepsi, forefront and center, and oh, this is not McDonald's, this is McDowell's. Do you dig? Because that's the joke of the first one. You know what? The joke of the first one was more fresh, actually fresh, but when it's just repeated, there's nothing fresh to it. Except, oh, this time there's no meat. Let's have some Pepsi. Yes, Pepsi is the brand for McDowell's. And at the end, John Amos is talking about how, see, it's not a McFlurry, it's a McFlirty. And they tried to sue me. Yeah, you said this in the first movie. It just repeat. It's a fucking Xerox in points. And it's trying to add in new stuff of dialogue where Eddie Murphy's trying to understand language, like to be on fleek. Which I didn't even know what the fuck that meant. Let alone he didn't know. And then this whole anniversary, he's with his 3 daughters. Eddie Murphy's stiff fighting with his 3 daughters. His 3 daughters beat him. And then Wesley Snipes' crew comes in, and they're dancing. There's so much fucking dancing. I'm like, is this a Dreamgirls sequel, or is this a Coming to America sequel? Or did they get mixed up where sometimes they thought it was a sequel to fucking Dreamgirls? There's more fucking dancing here than Dreamgirls, for fuck's sake. And Wesley Snipes' men are dancing, and they're saying lines like, he's the inspiration for Mufasa, at this Lion King. And literally the soldiers go, during the dance. The soldiers, like, they're pimping up who Wesley Snipes is. He is the inspiration for Mufasa. And literally the soldiers go, what the fuck is this? Is this a parody of Coming to America, or is this a fucking sequel to Coming to America? Holy shit balls of fire and fury of fuck. And then some of their references, they don't even get right. Wesley Snipes' sister is the girl in the first movie who kept barking, and here she's barking and she's on one leg. Okay, There's a lot to take in with this. Number one, even the writers and makers of this film did not rewatch the first film. Just when the first film happened, was technically, she was not barking like a dog by the end of the scene. She was making noises of an orangutan. Because Eddie Murphy literally told her, now make noises like an orangutan. Oof, oof, oof. And she left making that noise. So technically she should be making the noises of a orangutan. Instead she's barking. So even their technical callbacks is wrong. If you want to even disregard that. So you're telling me that for 30 years, where they've been in contact with Wesley Snipes' group, he could not take 5 minutes to go to this girl and go, yeah, don't bark anymore, and don't hop on one leg anymore. He allowed this girl, granted it's her fault too, being stupid, but everyone allowed this girl to bark and hop for 30 fucking years? That makes Eddie Murphy's character a gigantic piece of shit. Among many other ways, this movie makes him a piece of shit. And it's not meant to be taken seriously. Come on, man, you're not supposed to take it seriously. It's meant as a joke. What is even supposed to be funny about that joke? Please tell me, Mr. Writers of this film. Eddie Murphy, the director. Tell me what's funny about this. It was funny in the first film because it showed the idiocy of where Eddie Murphy's world was and why he wanted to escape. That he wanted a woman that thought for herself, but she just did everything, even as ridiculous as barking and then making noise like an orangutan and hopping on foot. That was the whole point of the joke. And also part of the story point. Part of what made Eddie Murphy's character fully leave America. Because he wanted to break tradition. Which I'll get back to that. He wanted to break tradition. No, here, just to go, the remember berries, do you remember this, do you remember that? You know what, I'll just go watch the first fucking film. Or you know what, I'll go watch this fucking film. Let me just go watch this. Huh? Can I just go watch this? Can I, please? You stay right there. Can I go watch this and this instead? Can I, please? Chandler Gerald is fucking staring at your soul coming to America and judging you. My sweet brother Numpsy says you're a piece of shit. And Eddie Murphy, Dolomite's My Name comes out. Many people enjoy it. I enjoy it. The fans enjoy it. Many people think, yeah, Eddie Murphy's back. He's back to doing this. What's he going to do next? I had low hopes. 'Tis never lasts. And never lasts. I love Sylvester Stallone. Rambo 4, Rocky Balboa, even the first Expendables. What happened? We got a Steve Plan 2. Steve Plan 3. Fucking grudge match. Arnold Schwarzenegger, I love The Last Stand. What did we get? Terminator Dark Fist Fuck of Fate. Terminator Sega Genesis. Killing Gunther. For all two of you that know what the fuck that shitty movie is. And Eddie, all these ideas, all this stuff I could do. No, let's go back to the well and do a fucking sequel to Come in America. That no one asked for. And there's even a line of dialogue where the son is talking to a girl, and the girl is talking about how she loves American cinema, and literally the son says, I shit you not, the son fucking says, well, we have superhero shit, remakes, and sequels to old movies no one asked for. That was his view of American cinema. In the movie, when the son is talking to another girl. Yeah, why do they make sequels to certain movies that could ruin the original? But see, the reason they said that is, but there are exceptions, like the barbershop movies. What? Okay, first off, the barbershop movies are not really the ones you should fucking mention in that conversation. Of all the movies to mention, I don't even hate Beauty Shop or Barbershop 2. But really, that line of dialogue should not have been in there, because that's just a way of giving people the easiest ammunition ever. Great, you gave me the gun and the bullets, and there's not even a safety on it. Thank you. So what did you say again? You said, well, we have superhero shit, remakes, and sequels to old movies no one asked for. Oh, thank you for the gun. You're fucking dead, movie. You're dead as a fucking doornail. You're dumb as dipshit. Dip is dumb shit. You did an F. On the F still a fuck. I haven't seen many films. I've seen like 3 films come out this year. This is still the worst fucking film I've seen. I saw the fucking Tom and Jerry movie, which I will review soon. And I didn't like that film. I would still rather watch that than this. Because that one is like, it's lazy. It's lame. This, even as a guy who's not a hardcore fan of the first film, I liked it. I appreciate the first movie. There are other Eddie Murphy films I enjoy more. But this is just... the fact that Eddie Murphy did Dolomite Is My Name. He could do any other movie. All the other choices. He even did an interview at one point, said, yeah, I took a big break because I was doing movies that were really shitty. But you know what? I got Dolomite Is My Name. I did SNL. And, you know, I'm going to do this movie. And maybe I'll do stand-up. Eddie, you will never do fucking stand-up again. You will never do fucking stand-up again. You've been saying that for 10, 15 fucking years at least, that you're going to do stand-up again. You will never fucking do it. And now you're what, 60, 70, I don't know how old, 60 years old? And you said, oh, I'm tired of making shitty movies, and you made this one? I would rather watch The Adventures of fucking Pluto Nash than this movie, and I'm not fucking exaggerating, and that movie sucks. But at least it sucked, and it was its own movie. This didn't have your character getting fucking date raped, and it didn't have, that movie didn't have fucking farting lions that were CGI. It didn't have Leslie Jones being an annoying fucking bitch, which I'm fucking tired of Leslie Jones. She's as bad as Melissa fucking McCarthy nowadays. Leslie Jones literally having a candle under her pussy and then has her hand... Imagine her pussy is here. She has the candle under here and she's doing this. I guess to entice Eddie Murphy with her fucking pussy scent. That's literally a fucking scene in the movie. Arsenio Hall plays multiple characters like the first one, including this old witch doctor that I didn't give a fuck about. Oh, so we have a scene later on when he's showing all of the foreskins. You heard me. All of the foreskins of the previous grandfather. This was your great-grandfather's foreskin. And this was your father, Eddie Murphy's foreskin. It's like this fucking big. And Eddie Murphy's like... And then, oh, here's the joke. I'll go get your foreskin. And then takes it, eats it. Oh, it is only potato. Haha, I fooled you. This is the humor that the Jermaine, that this 30, I think he says he's 30 years old, of course, just 30 years since the first movie. It's been longer, but the movie says 30. Yeah, because at the beginning, it's the 30th anniversary of Eddie Murphy's marriage. A team. So, okay, going back, you have the anniversary, the McDowell's jokes on that, we get it, we saw it in the first movie, there's nothing new, there's nothing fresh here. $3 beat the shit out of him in stick fighting, the Nextdoria with Wesley Snipes just being goofy, and I'm sorry, it's a waste of Wesley Snipes. Just go rewatch Blade, Blade 2, Passenger 57, Drop Zone, Money Train, White Bear Can't Jump, Major League. The shitload of other Wesley Snipes films you just rewatch. He was good at Dolomite Is My Name. They gave him nothing to do here. The whole barking lady, which doesn't make sense. Technically, she should be making noises like an orangutan, because that's where we last left her. And I'm like, wait a minute. Eddie Murphy left this poor girl for 30 fucking years to do that, and didn't take 5 minutes to stop it? Wow, what a fucking douchebag he is. Because that's humor. To make a lame, unfunny joke that I guarantee you not a single fucking person laughed at. Ha ha ha, that girl, I remember her. She laughed in the day. She barked into the... No one fucking laughed. No one fucking gave a shit. And then James Earl Jones, being very old, and Arsenio as the old witch doctor, talked to the regular Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy, saying, oh yeah, and Arsenio Hall admits, I guess he knew the whole time. Oh yeah, so when you rewatch Coming to America, just remember, for a good chunk of that, he knew that Eddie Murphy got date raped, and he didn't tell him. For a chunk of the first movie. Just remember that the next time you see Coming to America now. Wow, what a great fan Arsenio Hall is. Oh, why did he do it? Because as Arsenio Hall says in this movie, I was looking for the perfect vagina. Fuck yourself, movie. Oh, by the way, it being PG-13, yes, I know, the first film is that wall-to-wall R-rated stuff. But you know what? The R-rated at least had a little bit of edge. And I agree with a few friends of mine. A little edge goes a long way. I'm not saying this film would be absolutely safe if it had an R rating, but you know what? A lot of times we go from an R rating to a PG-13, it's usually the bad decision. And at least in the first film, some of the biggest laughs, like the, yes, fuck you too. You can't do that PG-13. The royal penis is clean. At least with an R rating, it gives you room to breathe, if you want to do that. If you want to go a little bit here. This film's PG-13, and I fucking love it, but they handled that fucking better than this movie did. So you show the flashback, Leslie Jones, wafting pussy near a candle, gives him herbs, pretty much date rapes him. Then James Earl Jones like, I want to have a funeral when I'm alive. So they make this like 10-minute scene where Morgan Freeman announces, because it's Morgan Freeman, I guess. And we have En Vogue, Scene and Dance. We have, remember that song, what a man, what a man, what a man, what a man. No, instead, what a mighty, what a mighty, what a mighty, what a, no, he, was it, no. What a team, what a team, what a team, what a mighty good team. What a team, what a team, what a team, what a mighty good fuck. And then Salt and Pepper, and then Gladys Knight, we're the Pips. Gladys Knight's the Pips. More like the Pits. This smells like a bunch of wank-ass pit stains. Fucking pit stains from shirts 4 weeks ago. After they had a hard workout, Rocky Balboa style, in the ring, in the workout, in the gym, above Mickey's place, every fucking day for weeks. That's why it stinks. It's fucking stupid, unfunny bullshit. And then Arsenio Hall and Eddie Murphy, they go back to find the son. Spend 10 minutes in America. They go to the barbershop. What happens in the barbershop? Well, the guys talk about, oh yeah, you guys had a black president. Yeah, but it's now gone to hell. Well, now they're talking about the Yahtzees. Okay, it starts with an N, but I'm not saying the word just in case. They look like they're dressed like the Best Buy Deep Squad. Oh, I used to have one granddaughter. There used to be a grandson. I'm sorry you can no longer indiscriminately touch a woman's body. Yeah, I know. I'm like, why are we talking about this shit in a Coming to America sequel? God damn it, man. I dare people to watch this movie. Like my friend Michael Teen, the Choice Voice. And he may not be mad about it like I am. He's a much nicer guy. But why is this conversation even part of it? Who asked for this? No one asked for a sequel to Coming to America. No one was breathing it, dying for it. Hell, more people were asking for Beverly Hills Cop 4. Not that I think you need one, but technically people were more looking for that than this. That's why I don't look forward to any sequels. I don't want any more sequels to anything. Bill and Ted Face the Music, Dumb and Dumber 2, fucking Hard Target 2, Terminator Dark Fate, The Predator, Star Wars The Last Jedi, Why is a Shitwalker. It never fucking ends. Never fucking ends. Keeps going. So they find where this kid's at. The kid brings him home. I call him a kid, but he's like 30. Leslie Jones talked about, you know I was a hoe, right? Yeah, I was. Yeah, you're an unfunny fucking lady. That's what you are. Who you are, when you are, what you are, how. I don't give a fuck. You're unfunny. Stop being in movies, please. Oh, 'cause she's black, she's a lady. You know what? I just reviewed a film not too long ago called Girls Trip, and I wasn't ranting about that. I didn't love it, but I thought those ladies, Queen Latifah, Jada Pinkett Smith, what was the girl who's the comedian? She actually got some laughs out of me in Girls Trip. I forgot who she was. Damn it. I had more laughs out of that than this. And Sally, yeah, that is a better movie than this. Girls Trip. Ooh, Tracy Morgan is the uncle. Why the fuck is Tracy Morgan even in this? Oh, because it's Tracy Morgan. So they, again, we're 10 minutes in America in a film called Coming to America. They get back to Zamunda. Wesley Snipes soldiers, we see they're trained by fucking Dance Dance Revolution. And then what happens? The whole point of this plot is that the wife didn't piss at Eddie Murphy going, you're supposed to be the one that's supposed to make the change. You're supposed to be the one to break traditions. But lo and behold, you just became your father. That's the whole drama for Eddie Murphy's character. Is that, yes, in the first film, he was a guy breaking traditions. He was a guy wanting change. That's why he went to America, because he didn't want to follow the traditions. He wanted to find a woman he loved that was for his intellect. And so this character is nothing like the character in the first film. They literally make the character a dumbass. That's what they do a lot of days with people you liked. They regress them to make someone else look better. That's what happened here. And they even make it apparent where it's like, someone even goes, well, princes always promise something different, but they always do the same thing. I'm like, that was what Eddie was supposed to be in the first movie. That's who he was in the first movie. And this movie just said, fuck it. Nah, he became like his dad. Oh, by the end, he realized he fucked up, and then he wants happiness for this son, and his daughter will be the ruler. The queen will be the ruler. So that's the justification. How about we have, if you're going to make a sequel to Coming to America, number one, don't. There's really no other story to tell, in my opinion. But this is just a way to make the same fucking movie. Where a guy is told to marry this person. Even the son goes through almost the same fucking thing where he's talking to the woman he's supposed to marry, and the girl keeps going, whatever you say, whatever you like, what's your favorite movie, whatever movie you like. It's the same fucking thing that Eddie Murphy went through in this fucking first movie. And this movie is so desperate to make you remember the first film. There are moments where literally it's just playing clips from the first movie. Like the girl talking to the son about his father, Eddie Murphy, and then they're just playing clips from the first movie. And that happens like twice or maybe 3 times in the film. And the son character, the fact they shift focus on the son character, played by Jermaine, whoever the hell. It might as well be Jermaine fucking Jackson for all I care. Star of Voyage of the fucking Rock Aliens. What? Why the fuck should I care about this guy? He's a cuck. Why is he a cuck? There's a point where he's arrived. He's going to be the new prince. 3 beautiful ladies. They're the right age and they're the right way. They're old enough to be good enough. And they're willing to bathe him naked. You know what he does? Normal guys go, okay. No. He runs to his mama, Leslie Jones, and goes, Mom, these 3 ladies wanted to give me a bath. Naked. And she has to tell him, you go ahead and get your bath. Because while she's laying in the bath, unbeknownst to him, a guy's cleaning her privates. And he comes up, it is done. Do it one more time. So this guy who's 30 years old is so much of a fucking cock pussy. A cuck. That, oh my god, 3 beautiful ladies that are like 30 some years old. They're gonna give me a bath naked. I need to run to my mommy and ask her, can I do it, mommy? You fucking pussy, you fucking cuck. Get the fuck out of here. Nothing wrong with my Layne. Go to tip the Layne up. This is the type of character that's like, I want my balls back. Let them say it again. I want my balls back. Please. This guy's a cuck. And then I'm supposed to give a shit. Like, there's a point where Wesley Snipes comes in and brings his lady, and she's singing, and then he comes in trying to sing. Or I'm supposed to give a shit about his romance with this other girl. I was supposed to give a shit about him dealing with this CGI lion. After it farted, chases after him, he concocted this cage and put cat food. Literally Fristies. He literally holds a can of Fristies. And that's how he was able to cut the whiskers off. You got foreskin jokes, because this is the foreskin of your grandfather. Oh, this is the foreskin of Eddie Murphy's character. Oh, it's just potato. I mean, Eddie Murphy character, trash. Made to be his father. Oh, he was supposed to be the guy that's supposed to make things change. No, he became his father. Oh, but then he changed it at the last end because of these new people. The wife character appears a couple times, at one point being drunk. Arsenio Hall appears sporadically. Can't remember much memorable stuff with him. James Earl Jones has a scene where he's in bed, and then a scene for his funeral, and then he dies during the funeral. Because I want to have a funeral when I'm alive. Wesley Snipes there to make some goofy faces, some little dance moves. Like I said, John Amos appears at the very beginning and the very end of the film. All this training with the son, to know the lore, to know all the history of Zamunda. I don't give a shit. I'm sorry, this guy, he doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have the presence. He doesn't have the personality. He's not... He did some fucking sitcom dealing with donuts, super donuts, or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. Superior Donuts? I think it's called Superior Donuts? I don't know. I never watched this shit. I never even heard of this shit. This guy, why? Why should I give a shit about this guy? If you're going to move focus away from Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, the people that most people coming to this movie are going to see, they want to see. No, you don't focus on a character who's bland, who's boring, and an actor who's bland and boring. Go find someone who actually gave a shit about this character. Good luck. Because it'll take you a while to find it. Great. Other types of humor. Oh, Leslie Jones saying, uppity bitch says what? And then Eddie Murphy's wife goes, what? Huh, she said it. She said what? This is the stuff we have. The other characters you saw in the first film, like Arsenio Hall as the preacher guy, he appears near the end of the film because the son says, no, I'm not going to marry to this family. I'm going to go back to America because I love you. We're going to have a life there. Eddie Murphy realizes he's fucked up. Tosses to John Amos. John Amos gives them advice, as well as doing the same jokes as the first movie about, You know what? I'm surprised Sam Jackson didn't just show up and try to rob somebody. Like, maybe that scene here with the shakes and the milkshake. I want some motherfucking shakes in this mother-flipping society. What? This is PG-13. I'm surprised Sam Jackson didn't show up just to try to rob someone, just for more remember berries. So Eddie Murphy goes over to America after getting some advice from John Amos, and John Amos saying, hey, what would your mother say? He goes over, gets to them, says, okay, I'll stand by you, and then they decide to go back to Zamunda. Meanwhile, Wesley Snipes, he's going to take over, but then Arsenio tries to fight him, but the three girls are the one that beats up Wesley Snipes. Goes, let's talk about diplomacy. And now Wesley Snipes is perfectly fine with Eddie Murphy, even though he just tried to overthrow everything. Now he's fine. And people get married, and the daughter is going to be the future ruler, and the son's going to marry the woman he loves, and you have that guy, Randy Watson, the Eddie Murphy with the big hair, you've seen him. And then there you go, like that's the movie. So again, what do we have here? We have unfunny jokes with lions, CGI lions farting, Dance Dance Revolution training, talking about politics, lines like, I was looking for the perfect vagina, people being cucks, date raping, being perfectly acceptable, tons of redo the same thing, revisit the same characters. Do you remember the girl that was hopping one leg? Blah, blah, blah. Do you remember this? Do you remember that? Do you remember that? You know, how about you just go watch the first fucking movie? Just go watch the first film. The music, a shitty version of that song. I like the song, Coming to America, at the end of the credits of the first movie. They do a shitty version of that. The rest of the music, I don't give a rat's ass. Even the first movie actually had a pretty decent score. Pretty decent score. Not that way in this. Score, completely forgettable. Laughs, non-existent. A lot of people wasted. Morgan Freeman, he's there for a scene to talk. James Earl Jones, he's there to be old. Wesley Snipes, he's there to be goofy. And I'm sorry, just a waste of his talent. Waste of his time. Arsenio feels like he's barely in it. After the first, 10 minutes, feels like he's barely in it. He pops up once in a blue moon. Tracy Morgan, he's there because he's Tracy Morgan. Yo, I'm Tracy Morgan, I gotta do this. Lazy Jones, annoying as fuck. Please stop making movies, Lazy Jones. Please stop being in films. Tiffany Haddish, that's the girl in Girls Trip that I liked. I think that's her name, Tiffany Haddish. I liked her in Girls Trip. So I knew I had to think about it, see. So, this got made. This is what happened. Why am I so mad? I've said it before, I'll say it again. Eddie Murphy is such a plate that you can take whatever you want from the buffet. Oh wow, people really enjoy this. They want you to come back. I saw his SNL return. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but a lot of people liked it. I'd rather watch that than this. You could choose many projects. You decide to go back. The last time you did a sequel, wasn't it Beverly Hills Cop 3? Was that the last sequel you did? And you know what? I hate to say it. I would rather watch Beverly Hills Cop 3. I hate saying that. Why? Beverly Hills Cop 3 I don't like at all. But I can at least say there's a couple of decent stunt scenes. Like when the car's falling apart and he's having the chase scene, or hanging from the carousel. There's some decent stunts. This movie doesn't even have that. Any of that going for it. They both suck. I'd rather just watch good ones. But I'm just saying, people are going to ask, which do you like worse? This is worse. Axel Foley didn't get fucking date raped. He took his fucking humor, his funny bone out of it. That's what happened after Foley. He had an operation, and the funny bone was taken out, because he thought he was going to be Wesley Snipes, funny enough. Beverly Hills Cop, he tries to be Wesley Snipes. Now he's working with Wesley Snipes. But he didn't get... that's so stuck in my craw. This is something that was put into a plot by the original writers. And Eddie Murphy had a hand in... You know Eddie Murphy got full approval. And it's from the director of Dolomite's My Name. All these people put together, and this is the best you come up with. Oh, Salt and Pepper, En Vogue, Gladys Knight, Where's the Pips? Ah. It's not funny. It was a chore to sit through it and watch. It was a tremendous chore. It really was. Fuck this movie. Fuck this dumbass flick. It fucking sucks. So with that said, this movie can kiss my ass. From my heart. Kiss my ass.